The history of Gunpla. Now you're probably wondering, Gunpla? What on earth is that? Well, allow me to introduce you. 1979, a Japanese toy company and sponsor of a brand new anime series, Clover, would try to cash in on the series' popularity by releasing a line of robot model kits. They were hard to put together, poor quality, and aimed at the wrong audience. In fact, they were so bad that the show's first season was canceled early. That show? Mobile Suit Gundam. Today, model building kits of the series, now called Gunpla, are a billion-dollar industry with fans all over the world. A couple of questions are likely coming to mind. I believe I can answer those for you. First, why should I care? Well, Gunpla is one of the most beloved model kit hobbies. Knowing its history can help you enjoy the product, as well as helping you find a kind of activity that suits you best. Second, why should I listen to you? As you can see, I've put many kits together myself, and this history has fascinated me. I've spent hours studying articles and watching expert videos in Gunpla's history and influence. Finally, what are you covering today? In this speech, I would like to share 3 fascinating parts of Gunpla's history. First, its rocky start, then its steady progression of quality, and finally, the various anniversaries and the unique features. With that out of the way, let's begin. When it was first created, Gunpla was put in the hands of the anime sponsor, Clover, who nearly ran the business into the ground, like I mentioned before. As Gundam news site and distributor Gundam Kids collection rights, we found our beginning in 1979 with Clover, marketing kits towards kids, while most of the anime's audience was actually older kids and adults. Collection and John Bryant at Gunpla review site Gunpla 101 tells us that these kits relied on cement to be built, were mostly monocolored, requiring painting, or came in a ready-to-play state that their audience also disliked. These kits sold so poorly, in fact, the original anime season, like I mentioned before, was forced to end early. You may be wondering, what happened to Clover, and who's this Bandai that's in every box, and why do the model kits look so different? Well, Gundam Kit Collection actually goes on to provide these answers. After Clover's poor performance, Bandai would take the reins in 1980. After 5 years, they would use polycap soft plastic connectors. In 1986, Bandai would make the first snap-fit model requiring little to no adhesive, and 2 years later, this became the standard for all kits. Now that we've seen how they came to be, let's see how Gunpla has changed over time. This standard, created by Bandai, would continually improve in terms of design quality and articulation, with each line produced increasing in size and attention to detail. Bryant and Collection explained as well. In 1998, Bandai introduced the first high-grade line, which featured a 1 to 144 scale, though through this smaller scale, these models were able to mimic the level of quality and movement of the larger models. After 5 years, master grades, MGs, were created at a 1 to 100 scale, improving even further on the components, detail, and articulation of the HGs. In 1998, as technology evolved, Bandai would release the very first perfect grade, with light-up features and an interior framing system where external panels would be attached. In 2010, the same year as Gundam's 30th anniversary, they unveiled the first rail-grade RG line, which fused the HG line with an MG design, like facets such as the interior skeletal structure that I mentioned. Gundam hasn't just produced toys and model kits for people to enjoy, however. They've also strived to create a cultural phenomenon during their major anniversaries. For Gundam's 20th anniversary in 1999, Bandai created a unique line, First Grade, FG, modeled after the original anime's mobile suits in a 1 to 144 ratio. These kits were presented as low-cost, snap-fit kits with the simplicity of the original models and the contemporary designs of the PG kits. In 2009, to celebrate their 30th anniversary, Bandai would release a 1 to 148 model, which was remarkably easy to construct, contained pieces that could be removed without hobby tools, and certain parts were meant to snap together. Bandai would celebrate their 35th anniversary in 2014 with the release of an exclusive model incorporating MG 2.0 and RG kits together. And a 1-to-1 Gundam statue was placed in Odaiba, Japan. Don't worry about the 40th anniversary, I'm going to get there soon. Skipping over to their 45th anniversary, Gundam featured a Gundam Builders World Cup competition in its 11th year where people from all over the world would show off unique and custom creations. For their blowout 40th, Gundam featured the first limited edition model kits of iconic mobile suits from the various Gundam series. Additionally, premium releases with extra details, better articulation, and exclusive features. Also, exhibitions showcasing events of Gunpla's history, rare kits, and custom-built models were there. And finally, Bandai would partner with multiple companies like Nike, G-Shock, and Uniqlo to create limited edition accessories, special sets, and unique items. Although they got off to a rocky start, with sales so poor the original anime was cut short, innovation saved the models and set the industry standard. Gundam has continued to constantly improve the base of their models, even the smallest details. From towering 1-to-1 scale statues to merchandise made with international brands, Bandai celebrations have been unimaginably creative. If this story has interested you even a little, I encourage you to go out and buy your very first set. Even if you don't like Gundam, there are model kits of other forms of pop culture, like Transformers or Evangelion, culture as well as planes, boats, and cars. If you're planning a trip to Japan, take a trip to the Gundam Museum and see the history for yourself. Regardless of whether this is the type of hobby you enjoy or not, history is fascinating, and it's never bad to learn something new.